Well, a very good morning and welcome to YouGarden TV. My name's Shaun. I'm so excited to be here with the lovely Bex. Good morning, my love.
It's so nice to have you in the potting shed.
Isn't it? What a great show we're going to have. A 2-hour special of gardening direct from the nursery, as Bex just said, here in the potting shed. We've got loads to tell you about if you're new viewers to us here at YouGarden TV. We've got lots of special deals coming up, lots of new plants if you have been watching. If you watched yesterday with Hayley and Bex, some great deals and some favourites as well, Bex.
Absolutely. We brought one from yesterday that was a favourite. We brought that forward to today as well because you loved it so much, but we've got so much new to show you as well.
And lots of information to share with you as well. So first about how to watch. First of all, you can watch us. You're probably already watching if you're seeing us right now.
Tell your friends.
But tell your friends. Yeah. Tell everybody about gardening. And there's lots of ways to watch. You can watch live on the website, allthewsUgarden.com. You can also watch us on YouTube Live. You can watch on Facebook Live and you can leave us little messages and comments. We'd love to hear from you. Take a look at all the deals on the website, but we've got to talk about our fabulous club.
Oh,
because the club means you get loads of bonuses here at YouGarden TV. If you do join the club, well, take a look at this. It's this simple. The YouGarden Discount Club. First of all, I would recommend that you have the auto-renewal yearly subscription. For £5 a year, well, first of all, you're saving £15 on that price. You'll never miss the deals with the new club subscription service. And that means you're going to get 10%, are you ready for this, off every plant and accessory. You're also going to get 5% off things like garden furniture and garden machinery, like your lawnmowers. Throughout the year, you'll get £20 worth of vouchers for you to use throughout the year, and exclusive offers, competitions and expert advice. I would definitely recommend, if you're making a purchase, join the club with us today. You'll see all the details there on the website. The YouGarden Discount Club is absolutely brilliant, and you will save what you've spent there in your first order in an instant, because all the deals we've got mean that we activate certain codes. And the code today, which is very, very important, is YGTV10. Now you'll see it at the bottom of the screen. We'll keep flashing that up throughout the show. It means that you'll get all those special deals, but it'll activate all the things that we've got going on, and there's some great things going on.
Oh my word, we've got buy one, get one, 2 free. We've got buy one, get one free. We've got so many offers for you, and for all of those, you do need that code.
Yes.
Enter that code, and we'll be showing you on the website how to do that.
Really simple, really straightforward. So YGTV10, very important you put that. The first thing that you'll get with that special code is a free gift. And this is a great free gift because you're going to get the Summer Solstice collection. You don't need to put it in your basket. Simply by using the code, this will go straight into your shopping basket with whatever orders you make. And here, you're getting 60 bulbs, Bex.
60 Summer Solstice bulbs, yeah, 20 of each of these. This is the bag it comes in, but then it also comes in the individual bags that are all labelled so you know exactly which is which. So this one, for example, is the 20 Dutch irises that are mixed. That one you're looking at on the screen is the Tritlia. I'm really keen on those because they do well in clayey soils, and I've got horrible clayey soil.
Yeah,
oh,
you've got terrible soil. I've heard all about it.
So there's your 20 Dutch irises, but you also get 20 of the allium, the moly as well, which are these gorgeous sunshine, upward-facing flowers there as well. So it's all about summer colour, it's all about variety, and you get 60 bulbs, 20 of each, absolutely free of charge when you enter that code. And
the postage is included. YGTV10. I've got to say hello already to Roger. Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Roger.
Roger's watching on Facebook. He's had his orders from last week. Very happy.
Excellent.
Isn't that great? Because the delivery's brilliant as well. We all shop here. We've got a great collection. Shop ahead on the website. You'll see everything that we've got available for you, whether it's plug plants, flowers. We've got some great cypress trees coming out. Some large items at brilliant prices
We've got some really large items. As you say, brilliant prices. We've got some pansies coming up. You might be looking at those for your winter planting schemes, winter colour. We've got some edibles going on, and of course your favourite, which is the compost.
Yes, the compost is here, and the compost is postage included. Now, lots of items have the postage included. However, if you do see a postage, maybe it's £4.99 for one item, and then you see another item that's £6.99, you'll only pay one postage, and it'll be that higher price. So you'll pay £6.99 for your entire order.
Yeah, so it's well worth filling your baskets, to be honest. I mean, we've got loads that are postage included, but there's just some that have got that postage. So then take advantage of that. You'll only pay it once. Get as many things as you want and can afford.
So excited to get started and show you everything that we've got available throughout the show. And we're going to start. We have a plant of the week now. On previous shows that we've done, we used to have a plant of the month, but it'd sell out like that, wouldn't it?
We've decided to move to plant of the week
because
it's just been so popular, and it also means, you know what, you get loads of variety. You tune in every week. There's something new, something brilliant for you to look at.
Now, you can watch every week on a Wednesday and a Thursday from 10 till 12 and then 2 till 4 in the afternoon. We'd love you to join us. If you do want to watch later on catch up, that's all available on the website. You just go through, you can watch the live show or you can watch previous shows that have already been screened. I'm loving my time here in the potted shed already, and we're going to start with that plant of the week.
Yeah, plant of the week, let's do it.
So busy yesterday, this.
Really, really busy, and you can see why. Your lovely Hayley was telling us about this because her mum has this planted, and it is the thing that takes the attention when she walks out into the garden.
It's unusual, isn't it?
Well, it's unusual. What you've got here is an amazing deal, first of all, because it's a double up deal.
Now, this is important to point out. So $14.99 will get you 10 plants.
Yep.
However, the double up deal here, as long as you use the code YGTV10, if you put 2 in your basket, you'll get double the amount, so you'll get 20
of these, and they're garden ready, which is really, really amazing. We need a mixture of things, but garden ready is fantastic because you can just plant it straight out with confidence in your garden. It is what it says, garden ready. And with your lobelia Queen Victoria, what you have is the most beautiful, bright red, scarlet, two-lipped flowers that rise up quite tall, about 90 centimetres in height, above that. I mean, it's just the most unusual, dark, burgundy foliage that makes those colours stand out.
And it's a lovely contrast against the flower as well.
Amazing.
Now, if you are shopping with us, you'll always need that item number at the top of the screen. So 410122 is your item number. But take a look at the power of these roots here.
Absolutely. These are garden ready. This is what we mean, okay? Look at the quality of these plants. Look at the root structure. Look at the colour of the roots. You can tell that this is a healthy plant. It's been looked after here at the nursery. It is ready to go into your garden and just delight you with displays. This will flower for you. It's a slightly later flower. So August, September, October time is when you will get the flowers from this. It has that Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, which is a really prestigious award from the Royal Horticultural Society. I think they know a thing or two about plants.
They do.
They test these, they rigorously test them, and they've given it this award, which means it's a proven performer in our gardens, okay? So you can plant with confidence. It's winter hardy down to about -5. It is a magnet for pollinators. The bees, the butterflies absolutely adore this. And you have year-round interest with that gorgeous purple foliage. And now is the time to be planting these kinds of plants. Spring bulbs, that's a great time to be doing that, but perennial planting, wonderful time to be doing that now. The ground is in its perfect condition.
Great.
It's not too waterlogged, it's not frostbitten, it's not all of those things where you
wouldn't
plant. It's not too hard. It's not all of those things where you wouldn't want to plant things out. It's perfect. Do it now. It'll then get a really nice, strong root structure, and you'll be stealing a march on next year.
And these also had really nice height to the back of the border, don't they?
About 90 centimetres in height these can reach to, and about 50 centimetre spread. So if you think if you go for that double up deal and you're getting 20 of these plants, that's going to fill a really nice area. And even if you don't want 20, you only want the 10, I would suggest go in for that extra deal. Pop these up.
Give them as gifts.
Give them as gifts to somebody. I adore giving flowers and plants as gifts now. It's my go-to because people really appreciate it.
And they last so much longer than just, you cut flowers, don't they?
They last such a long time.
And every time they flower, the people will think of you. It's a great deal on the lobelia. The Queen Victoria, the plant of the week, 410122, $14.99 for 10, but I would double up. For an extra £5, you'll be paying you'll get 20 plants, 20 garden-ready plants.
Amazing.
Now we're going to move on, and there's loads for you to see. Keep shopping ahead. You'll see everything that's on the show on the website. But the echinacea that we've got for you, this is new today. Now I want you to look at the details.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
Buy one, get 2 free.
Yeah.
But that'll only activate if you've used that code, won't
Absolutely, and this is where your savings really start to mount up. If you use the code and then if you join the club as well, this is where you start, when you start building that basket, you start seeing these amazing savings. $9.99 for 3 of these plants by entering that code. And echinacea, oh my word, I absolutely adore these. I got this planted in my garden, my first year of planting echinacea. The flowers, the common name for them is coneflower, and you can see why when you look at that central cone that stands really proud
really
above
bold,
those
isn't
petals.
it? Yeah.
It's so bold, it's so beautiful, and this is something that the bees adore.
Yes.
It's got that lovely landing pad for them to land on. Now they can reach good heights, so about a metre, it can reach up to about a metre in height, and it'll spread by about 60 centimetres, and it'll get bigger and better every single year as well. You'll get more flowers on there. It'll flower July, August, September, October, and those flowers last for such a long time. Sometimes the flowers we plant in the garden, they're beautiful, but they fade quite quickly. They last so long. It is unbelievable.
And the colour here is really unusual. That lovely
gorgeous.
lilac-y purple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really strong plants once again.
Yeah, really strong plants, really healthy, looked after by the nursery.
And we are here in the middle of the nursery, and it's a fantastic environment to bring you these garden shows. We see everything from packaging to the way the plants are looked after. The packaging, everything comes speciality packed. If there is a postage, remember you'll only pay 1 postage on your order, whatever is the highest. But buy 1, get 2 free.
Yeah, and this is a hardy perennial. This is going to give you joy for so many years. And remember, they just get bigger and bolder every single year as well. It is absolutely incredible. Look at the quality of that. It's
so
beautiful plant.
It's so strong.
If you've never planted echinacea, I really think you should give it a go. As I say, this was my first year of planting them. It brings me joy every time I look out the window. But the value you're getting here with this buy 1 get 1 2 free offer is just unbelievable.
Now, we're just showing you how it all works on the website. Really simple. We've just added 1 of the echinacea to our basket. You've got to put the code in, however, YGTV10. Apply that code and watch what happens to your basket prize. Well, you get 2 free, and we're getting those free bulbs that we talked about. 60 bulbs with every order. So 3 echinaceas. You're saving $29.97 and you're only spending $14.98, including the delivery there. Definitely become a member of our garden club. 560-768 for the echinacea. The purple, it's a beautiful purple shade that you've got there.
It's lovely, isn't it?
The variety that we bring here at YouGarden is fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, so what we try to do here is bring something for everybody. So it doesn't matter whether you're a novice gardener or an intermediate gardener, or you
really know what you're doing.
You really know what you're talking about. We do try and bring you everything. And it's not just flowers, it's architecture for your garden.
Yeah.
It's perennial plants, Mediterranean style, but we also love to do edibles.
Yes.
Edibles are absolutely fantastic.
And that market has blown up, hasn't it, in the past couple of years?
I think for a few different reasons. When we were in that lockdown, and now with prices rising on things, we started paying more attention to our garden. And obviously, we love that. We love the cost-saving idea of being able to grow our own. And there is nothing quite so delicious than growing your own fruit, vegetables, whatever it might be, then picking that and eating it. It is incredible. The strawberries never taste sweeter. The blueberries never taste sweeter. And what we've got here is the goji berry.
Something unusual again to bring you. So the goji berry deal, it's a set of 3 Sweet Liberty, and they're the 3 plants just here in front. Tell us a little bit about goji berries.
Well, goji berries, these are fantastic. These are great for you to plant in your own garden. So what they have is they are packed with kind of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals. They
really
have the most delicious flavour. By all means, look up goji berry if you've never heard of these before. You can use them in sauces, puddings, desserts, all sorts of places. They're a really resilient plant. They're easy to grow anywhere. They're drought tolerant once they're established, and these are a really heavy cropping plant. ridiculously easy to grow. You'll get the flowers on here sort of June, July time, and then you'll be picking these gorgeous fruits sort of August, September time. It is a winter hardy plant, so this is not one you need to worry about. Anything that we tell you is winter hardy. This comes to you with the lifetime guarantee from us here.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's another one that gives you confidence to be able to shop with us here at YouGarden. Because if we say that it's got a winter hardy rating, it means that YouGarden will replace it for you. If it fails to thrive in your garden, you just have to get back in touch. They will replace it for you free of charge. All you have to do is pay the postage to cover that. And that's incredible, isn't it? It just gives you that real peace of mind. And this particular variety here, this is used in the Far East, in China, I think it is, as a commercial crop because of its heavy cropping nature and because of its beautifully sweet flavour.
Yeah, and the antioxidants, it's really good for your goji berry.
Sweet life.
You have to remember that sweet life. That's a good one, isn't it? That's
lovely.
It's full of wonderful facts like that. 310033 for a set of 3 goji berries for you. $14.97 postage included on that one. And remember, if you're in the club, your 10% discount will come off as well. Make sure you use the code YGTV10 and get all those benefits, all those bonuses, all those special little deals that we've got going on for you. Lots of newness on the show today. It's lovely to have your company. Next up is tulips. Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
Do you know, I have, but I never visited the tulip fields.
Or the tulip market.
I want to do it.
Oh, amazing.
It's definitely on my bucket list of things to do. I would like to go and see that. Brilliant. I think it'd be stunning.
Now, these are miniature tulips, but before we talk about them, a big hello to Elaine on YouTube.
Good morning, Elaine.
And Chris on Facebook as well. If you are there, we'd love to give you a shout out on the show. But
tell us what you're buying.
Yes, what are you going for? What are you filling your basket with? Chris had some clematis last week.
Well done, Chris. I love clematis.
Fabulous deals. It's a great way to garden, great way to shop with us. What a day we're having today as well, weather-wise. I think it's going to be the hottest day.
It's going to be roasting in here this afternoon.
Yeah, we're going to be quite warm in the potting shed. I'm sure they said, I don't know if they said hottest day in September or hottest day in the year.
It's quite possibly in the year.
Crazy. Miniature tulips, please.
Okay, miniature tulips. This is a phenomenal deal because you're getting 60 of these bulbs included in here. Wow. Oh, sorry, 50. Apologies.
However, there is a double up deal on this one. That's what you were thinking of. 50 bulbs. If you want to double up, if you go for 2, 100 bulbs, you'll only pay £5 extra. Great.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, and these are your miniature tulips. I mean, I love a tulip. They are so beautiful. They herald the arrival of spring, don't they? Yeah. They fill us with hope because those dark winter months are gone. Yeah. Those little green shoots that start coming up, and you think, what did I plant there? Was it a tulip? Oh, that's just me. I never know what I planted. So these are miniature in size. They don't reach the heights that other tulips will reach. We're talking about 30 centimetres in height of here. So this is absolutely brilliant for planting in the front of your beds and borders. Maybe you've got window boxes. I love a window box. I need to get some window boxes. You know when you're doing the washing up and you're looking out and you can just see it's right there. It's lovely. So yeah, great for those kinds of things. These are excellent for filling, pots on your patios maybe. Maybe you don't have a garden. Maybe it's a balcony and you still want to have that lovely colour and display. These are excellent, an excellent choice for that. Compact, so they're not going to topple over in the wind or anything like that. And these are going to flower for you, as I say, in that springtime, so April, May. They're one of the earlier flowering ones, aren't they? Perennial plant, so these will come back for you year after year.
Fabulous.
And if you plant them out in your beds and borders, they'll naturalise. They'll get bigger and better every single year. And you've got such a wonderful colour mix going on in here. I was just going to say, the colours that you get here. And tulips, when you've got those bicolours, there's so many different varieties when it comes to tulips. So many varieties. And I love tulips, and I think planted en masse, tulips are just a flood of colour, absolutely. So the fact that you're getting that amazing double up deal here.
So if you want to go for 50, £9.99, but for an extra £5, you'll get 100 of those bulbs. You'll get a second pack, 630031. Remember, to activate all those deals, you need to use the code YGTV10 and only ever one postage. Whichever item has the highest postage is the one postage that you will pay.
They're great quality bulbs as well, honestly. The bulbs that you get from us here at YouGarden are absolutely incredible. Really easy to plant out. General rule, I mean, obviously pointy end up rule is twice the depth of the height of the bulb.
Okay. Oh, right.
General rule. I mean, every plant has its own, has its own little rules and things, and they're only going to spread by about 10 centimetres. So 10 centimetre spread, that's how much space you want to give these. But yeah, just grab hold of these, plant them en masse, put them in your beds, borders, pots and things. You will love those. You won't regret going for those.
And you can fill up those pots if you want to, because you've got 100 bulbs for $14.99. Brilliant deal there. Now, we've got lots to get through on the show. You can shop ahead and see everything. We've got lots of big items coming up for you. However, we're going to go from the big items to the professional plugs.
These are pro plugs, okay? So you're getting... It is 60 of these, right? 60. This is probably what I was thinking.
This was the 60.
Okay, so you are getting 60 of these.
You don't need to be a professional to buy them.
No, not at all. Bear with me on that. Can you see? Look, I've just turned it around so you can see how many you're getting in there. These will split, by the way, so they come in...
Separate cells.
60, 20. So I had to do the maths then. They come like that. Now, a pro plug does not mean you need to be a professional gardener at all. This actually represents I've broken that one. Amazing value for money. This is how you can garden for less, because all you need to do with these is pop them on.
You're going to grow them on,
So you can grow them on. You can plant these into, look, the roots are there, they're very healthy, they're ready to plant out, to grow on, pot on. You can plant these into, old yogurt pots. I'm sure you've got a bunch of pots. We've all got a stack of pots, haven't we, by the shed.
They will be essential for
all
something.
Got a stack of those.
This is what they're essential for.
This is what they're essential for. We've also got like a growing kit, like a windowsill propagator kit that you can buy if you want to go for one of those. Have a look on the website. But all the Pro Plug means is that it needs growing on before you're then going to plant it out and put it into its final place. And this means that you are going to be gardening for less money, because if you think about buying one of these that's been grown on a little bit at a garden centre, of course they're going to charge more money for it. So you can garden for less. With your pansy can, what we're talking about here is winter colour, and this is really important at this time of year, because obviously all of our summer flowering plants, they're still looking all right at the minute, but they're going to start fading soon. And you can garden all year round. You can have those wonderful displays in your garden and colour in your garden all year round. So that's what this is going to give you. Rather than waiting for the summer to come round again, you can still have the gorgeous colourways in your garden, and that's what you get here with the pansy can. I love the can. It's like the can dresses, isn't it? It is, where you get those lovely ruffled edges on the can. That's why it's been called the can, because you've got those gorgeous ruffled edges to the blooms. We're talking about colour from September right through to March. So you're going to pop these on. They'll grow really quickly because we've got great weather conditions at the moment. Yes, yeah. So they're going to grow and form those beautiful roots, and then you're going to see flowers on these really, really quickly. And they're going to flower for you right the way through till March time. At which point, you're then going to start seeing all your spring bulbs coming through. Fantastic. So then you've got colour all year round in the garden. Whether you've got the smallest of gardens like I have, I've got a tiny little courtyard garden, but you want to have that colour. You want to have it all year round. All year round. And we're talking potentially up to 7 months of colour with these. That's brilliant. 60 of them, 25 by 25 centimetres. Each one of those plants is going... You can fill your window boxes, fill your tubs, and you could have lovely all at the front of the border. Yes, I would multi-buy if you can. Yeah, at that price, $14.99. All that colour. Works out at 25 pence a plant. Oh, nice. Fantastic value. $14.99, 401-161, your item number for our lovely pansy can that we've got. They should have had the dance there, the music. Right, next up. Oh my word. Now, this is thanks to Bex. You can thank Bex for this. It wasn't supposed to be on this morning's show. It was on yesterday's show with Hayley and Bex. So busy. Yeah. And when you look at the details, allium lavender bubbles, beautiful. $12.99 for one. Beautiful. No, $12.99. You don't get one extra. You get two extra. So you buy one, you get two free. You do. I know this confused Hayley yesterday. It did, bless her. She couldn't get it in because it's normally buy one get one, isn't it? It doesn't work like that. This is buy one get two free. As long as you've used the code YGTV10, you've got to make sure you use that. They'll automatically pop into your basket. But these are stunners, and these remind me of when I used to do Chelsea Flower Show, Tatton Park. Yeah. All those
big RHS shows, these were the big display, and I always thought, oh, I'd never be able to grow those.
Well, I went to those shows this year. I had a great time. I loved it, and the alliums were all over the place. I am allium obsessed. I absolutely adore alliums. I think they are just stunning, beautiful blooms. I think they're architectural. I think it's amazing how you get these balls, these bubbles that are floating on top of these stems, and they are really strong stems as well. They hold these up really nicely, even in the the breeze and the wind and stuff. What you're getting with your allium bubbles is colour from these. So if you love alliums, they're normally well over and done by kind of May, June time. They're over by summer. Yeah. With your lavender bubbles, what you're getting is alliums right the way through to September, because these take a bit longer for them to bloom. So you can have your earlier flowering alliums, but if you get these, you will then have alliums all the way through July, August, September as well.
Great.
So then you can have alliums from May time through to September, which is absolutely incredible. This is the world's first later flowering allium, and that I think is just amazing.
The deal is spectacular.
They're a bit more compact as well.
Yes.
We're talking only about 50 centimetres in height here. Whereas some of those other alliums, where did mine come up to? They were about here on me, so good, good metre in height. So if you've got a smaller space, if you've just got a balcony, or you've got a smaller garden, you want them at the front of the borders, your lavender bubbles is the one to go for. And you cannot miss out on this deal. Please get this, because this is a great time to, as I said earlier, plant your perennial plants out now. Don't wait till next year to do that. The ground is perfect. They will get that wonderful, strong root structure, which means that you've got a head start on things next year.
The deal's fabulous. I keep looking back at the details and I'm the same. I'm like, is that right?
Is it right?
561055, £12.99 is your price. You're buying one and you're getting two free. You don't have to add 3 to your basket. Just use the code YGTV10 and two will be included extra and no extra charge. £12.99 gets you 3.
Amazing, isn't it?
Amazing. And remember, 1 postage per order. Whatever you're shopping for, you'll only pay the price of your most expensive postage. That is the allium deal. I think that's going to be really busy again. 561055. And now we've had a message on Facebook from a gentleman called Shaun Ryan. Have you heard of him?
Oh, I don't know him. Don't know him.
The lovely Shaun Ryan. We're helping out, Hayley and myself.
Shaun.
We are missing you. Hi, Shaun. Lovely to hear from you. He's shot up for a few days, but he will be back. I bet he's shopping. I bet you any money he's shopping.
He is. He loves his garden.
Shaun's garden is spectacular. Absolutely. We've both got garden envy.
Goals.
Garden goals. I love it.
Goals.
So if you want to go for the allium, 561055 is your
buying,
item
Shaun?
number there.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. He'll be filling up.
Apparently.
The can pansies. He'll love those. He's got a lot of space to fill. the big borders they'll be fabulous for. And so do shop ahead, take a look at everything. We do things like hardware, garden furniture, all a whole variety.
There's so
don't
much
we?
on the website.
Well, I looked again last night and I was like, what's this department? What's this department? Across the top there, you can see all the different areas that you can go shopping. But if you use your code YGTV10, make sure you get those discounts and make sure you join the club. The club membership is absolutely brilliant. Loads of bonuses as well as your discounts. But you can see such inspiration on the website alone and some great gardening tips and advice there. Let me just remind you how the club works. This is brilliant. For £5 on an auto renew every year, you will become a member of the club, and that will get you 10% off every plant and accessory order. It'll get you 5% off outdoor living and things such as garden furniture and your garden machinery, like your lawn mowers and your trimmers. We've got all that on the website there. You've got £20 of YouGarden vouchers to use throughout the year, and we'll send you those vouchers throughout the year for you to use on your orders. Exclusive offers, competitions and expert advice. So £5 is your auto renewal. If you just want to go for the 1 year membership, that's £10, but you can cancel at any time. So I'd go for the auto renewal if I were you and keep getting those savings week after week. Remember, we're live every Wednesday and Thursday from 10 till 12 and then 2 till 4 in the afternoon. It's going to be too hot to be in the garden this afternoon, so I would join us.
Yeah,
join me and Bex.
Us.
Get a cup of tea, a nice juice, and maybe a Pimm's.
Yeah, because we've got brand new products on the show later.
Yes, different
so
shows.
So it's not the same products. There's a few things that are, but we've got a lot of new products coming in this afternoon. So do come back at 2 o'clock and join us again.
And we'll be very hot by then. Now
we will be roasted.
We're going to take a look at this next plant, and I was like, this can't be right, to Stu, our director, and to Bex. How can this price be right? The agapanthus that you see here before us.
Yeah.
I hope you can appreciate the size of this because it's huge.
Okay.
20 centimetre pot. $19.99 is our price today. 680130.
I mean, that is absolutely incredible price to get a plant of this size that is well established like this, of this absolute beauty. I am in love with agapanthus. I did buy one a couple of years ago. I planted it, but I planted a baby. Babies take a few years before they flower, unfortunately.
I think we planted ours a couple of years ago, and it looked like this year.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Okay, well, mine didn't flower this year, so I'm hoping it flowers next year. You don't have to wait for your agapanthus to flower if you invest in the one today. And I say invest, tiny amount of money, if you buy the one today, because as you can see, this is a well-established agapanthus. It has the most beautiful kind of firework display that you get from these. You can see there's one here, there's another one here, and we've got another one, and even the spent blooms, now, when they turn to those seed heads,
so
look
this is
phenomenal.
after it's flowered?
This is after it's flowered, and you get these gorgeous seed heads on here. You might be encouraged to cut it back, because we often think that you cut back the dead blooms in order to encourage more to come through. You don't have to worry about that with agapanthus. It doesn't help them to bloom even more. But what you get is a beautiful display from those seed heads. And then if you want to, you can take those seed heads and you can plant them out. If you're happy to wait a couple of years to get flowers, you can do that with those.
Okay.
But leave them on, because they look fantastic even after they've flowered. What you're getting with this is, first of all, incredible value. Secondly, incredible beauty. But you're also getting a winter hardy plant, one that will multiply over the years as well. I think agapanthus is just stunning. You will often see these in like stately homes and things, won't you?
Exactly. But they're not. I often think with plants like this, we'll never be able to do that.
Oh no, you can.
You can. That's
you
the
can.
great thing.
These are
That's what I've learned from doing these shows.
For sure. Now you can plant them into borders if you want to. The trick with agapanthus is it really likes its roots to be hugged.
Now this is what we did wrong. I was going to say
did it wrong first
and
time as well.
I dared ask in case I was thinking of a different plant.
No, it's
we put it in a big pot,
yeah,
and it took ages to come on.
Absolutely.
Because it likes that.
It likes the roots to be hugged. I mean, everyone loves a hug, don't they? So if you want to plant it into borders, by all means you can do that. But what you want to do is create the illusion of the roots being hugged. Right. So if you dig a hole, you can put like stones around the inside of the hole, so it feels like it's being hugged. It's wonderful as a pot plant, so that it gets that hug thing going on with its roots anyway. But honestly, other than that, this is a really, really easy plant for you to grow. You can obviously use it as a cut flower if you want to. It's a proper head turner. It will last you for so many years. It is unbelievable, and it will just keep getting bigger and better every single year. Mature plant, ready to flower, delivered direct to your door for an absolute amazing price here today.
$19.99 is your price today, and remember, you'll only pay one postage across your entire order, whichever is the highest postage. Great variety for you to check out. We've got everything from your alliums, your tulips, the goji berries that we've already covered, but we're going to have to go back to our plant of the week again,
lobelia.
Because again it's gone crazy. It's a great deal that you've got here with the Lobelia Queen Victoria. Now, first of all, the foliage is that lovely deep crimson. It's like a burgundy red.
It's like a burgundy red, yeah. And I really like this foliage, because obviously a lot of foliage that we see is green. Of course
we expect it to be green, don't we?
So it's really nice to have plants like this in our garden, because even planted among all those kind of green foliage, it makes it stand out. And you get year-round interest with that foliage, because that is there all year round. So this is a great plant to have in your garden for that. I do love an evergreen, or ever burgundy, let's say, ever burgundy plant in the garden, because obviously some things, they will drop their leaves. So it's nice to have that mixture of things. So so there's still some interest going on in the garden. But then what you get from this are these scarlet, bright red, tulip flowers. I just think the shape of those are absolutely incredible. So these rise up quite tall. You get about 90 centimetres in height from these, from above that gorgeous burgundy foliage. And these will flower for you August, September, October time. They are winter hardy, down to about -5, so fine in you know, the majority of places. If you are worried and you're planting them out into your borders, all you need to do is look after them a little bit of mulch or strulch. Go onto our website, have a little look at strulch. Put some strulch around. It really helps to look after them and, you know, keep the roots and things warm.
Mineralised straw of mulch. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Keeps the slugs away as well.
They love sunshine. They'll cope with part shade, but they do love sunshine. You're going to get better coloured flowers and things from that. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. So another one that you can plant with confidence. It means that it's a proven performer in our kind of UK gardens. And you're getting an amazing deal on this one here today.
Yeah, and there's the opportunity to double up here as well. 410122 is your item number. The Lobelia Queen Victoria. These are garden-ready plants. At $14.99, it's a great price. But if you go for two, you'll only pay £5 extra. Well, it's £4.99 actually extra. So you double up for about an extra £5. 410122 is your item number there. And when we say garden-ready, these are exactly that. Really garden ready. Good sizes, aren't they?
Really good sizes. So with garden ready, what's happened is they've been looked after, they've been grown on.
Nurtured,
yeah, indeed. And they've been grown on so that they're really nice and healthy. And you can see that from these roots. We don't pick, by the way, the best plants out of the nursery.
No, this is all picked from the stock that's going to go out.
Literally outside of the doors here, they pick from the stock, and we do not go around and go, ooh, which one looks best? That is not the case. We show you something that is really indicative of what you are going to receive, and that's exactly what you're going to get home through the post. And Garden Bog, YouGarden know what they're doing when it comes to packaging these plants up, because you know we're sending live things through the post here.
That's a really important point, because when I first came to the nursery a long while ago, they gave us a tour around, and I saw the packaging department. The packaging is amazing. Everything is speciality packed, no matter what size it is. Some things come in huge boxes, obviously, because they're huge plants.
Absolutely. I mean, you can just see the cypress trees that are here, or the agapanthus. Like, everything needs its own speciality packaging. So, you know, they've really honed the skills on this. And all you need to do when you get them home, because obviously these have been in a package in the dark for a few days, getting to you in the post. All you need to do is show them some love.
Water me, please.
Water, show a bit of light, let it settle, and then, you know, ready to do whatever it is you're doing with those, planting them out, growing them on, you know, putting them into your borders.
Make sure you use the code YGTV10 to get all those bonuses. Everyone will get those bulbs. This is brilliant. If you use the code, you get that free gift. You don't have to do anything. If you use the code, that will appear in your basket, and there's 60 bulbs
60 bulbs, 20 of each. You've got the Dutch iris, the mix of those, and they're a gorgeous dark purple, lilac, yellow, white colours. I love irises. I think they're so beautiful. I look at them. I think that's another Alice in Wonderland flower, isn't it? You really feel like you're talking to the flowers with those.
Skipping through the field.
20 of those you get. You're going to get 20 of the Tritlia as well. Oh no, allium mole, these ones. 20 of those allium moles included. Bright yellow, sunshine, summer bulbs. And then you're getting 20 of those Tritlia as well, which I think are really, really beautiful and interesting. I'm keen on these. I've not grown them myself, but I'm keen on them because they can deal with clay soils, and I live in an area with heavy clay soil. So just a wonderful mix, lovely summer colour that you're getting from these. Sort of May, June, July time is when you will get those, you know, that explosion of colour, and you'll get it every year as well.
Just add the code to your order and they will be put into your basket for you. You don't have to do anything. YGTV10 is the code that you need to use. We've said about bigger items, my word. This next item is a huge size. You're not getting one, you're getting a pair of these gorgeous cypress trees for $34.99.
Yeah, I love them. I do have these. Mine are a bit smaller though. think mine are about this tall. But these are absolutely fantastic, not to be confused with, you know, the other conifers that can be quite spread and get really big and horrible.
These stay really thin,
Absolutely, they stay really narrow and tightly packed like this. So, I mean, there's a couple of different things that you can do. Like the picture that we've got down there is like a border on the side of a path.
Yes.
Love that
Amazing.
idea.
Covering fences.
Covering fences. The fact that these come in a pair is fantastic because look at that, I love that. Could you imagine?
Oh, that is nice.
Now they can reach up to 10 metres tall, but that's going to take a while.
It's years, yeah.
It's going to take 10, 15, maybe even 20 years to reach all.
Look at this.
Sean Ryan's driveway.
Yes,
yeah,
it
absolutely.
is. That's the entranceway. That's to his Spanish villa this week.
I mean, they are beautiful, aren't they? Now, I love that you're getting a pair of these because where mine are at the moment, they are either side of my front door.
Nice.
And as I say, they're relatively slow growing, so we can watch those just grow up nicely, and they're going to be, they just frame that front door. I've got a horrible, boring, it needs replacing front door. I hate it. It really is just horrible. I can't afford to replace it yet. But do you know what I've done? I've elevated that front door by framing it. I've framed it with plants, with these. I've got hanging baskets. I've got some little pots around the bottom there. All of a sudden, it's a really inviting place.
You bring your home to life,
it
don't
does.
you? You make your house a home.
That's exactly what gardening and plant is all about. So this is nice, architectural, evergreen, looking good all year round beauty that you can have delivered direct to your door.
Amazing deal at $34.99. You get the pair. They come in 20 centimetre pots. A great saving already, but obviously if you are in the club, you will get 10% off the prices, and you will, if you use the code YGTV10, that'll just open up a whole plethora of offers, but you'll get those bulbs included with your order as well. So that's the cypress trees if you want to go for those. Now, I think it's time to go to everybody's favourite in the garden.
Love this.
When we've done shows before, when it comes to compost, if you think, can compost really make a difference? For me, this is what got Hayley really into gardening. It's changed the way she gardens.
Yeah.
It just gives every plant, from seeds right through to trees, the best opportunity.
I used to be one of those people. I thought, well, it's just compost,
It's
isn't
mud.
It? Don't matter.
No, it does matter. It does.
Oh,
it's about
makes
the
such a
ingredients,
difference.
isn't it?
It really is. And this is premium professional compost. And that's not just some fancy name that we've given it to make it sound better than it is. Genuinely, it's premium professional. So I've just squeezed it into a ball. Look what happens as I just pull that apart.
It's not claggy, is it?
It's not. It's all about this texture. That's why we show you this. So this texture is absolutely incredible. It's light, it's airy. We call it friable texture. And what that means is that the roots have room to get in there, to breathe, to establish, to grow, to get really, really strong. And we know strong foundations on everything, you know, are the key to success, aren't they?
Yeah.
Strong roots is the key to having bigger flowers, better bumper crops of fruit, dealing with differing weather conditions. Maybe there's diseases that plants are susceptible to. If you've got that strong root structure, they're going to be more tolerant of those things.
It's like a multivitamin for your plants, isn't it?
You know, your lovely Hayley, she described it once to me as, we need our 5 a day.
Yes.
And it's like the 5 a day for our plants. And I love that description for it. Because not only you've got this wonderful texture, that's going to mean those root structures are really strong. It's also got these incredible ingredients. And this is what we're talking about with root structures, by the way.
So this is the difference it makes from your regular standard compost you can see there in the middle to using the premium professional compost. It's giving it the best opportunity to thrive.
Totally. So one grown in the premium professional, one grown in the standard. You can see the difference with the root structure. Above ground, they're looking fine at the moment, but as they get bigger and better, which one's going to be bigger and better?
Yeah.
Of course, the one with the strong root structure is. Yeah. So in here, we've also got some other amazing ingredients. We've got composted wood fibres. You can see that spread out all the way through the compost. And what this does is it allows for, well, it helps with the texture, but it also allows for even water distribution going through here. It allows for moisture to be retained in here as well, which is really important.
It's like a wetting agent that holds on, doesn't it?
Yeah, wetting agent. We've got lime in here to balance out the pH, and that's what makes this a really good all-round compost. Something that you can use for, I think absolutely everything we put on the show today. Yeah, absolutely everything.
It's
Seeds
pretty
through to
multi-purpose,
trees.
isn't it?
I use it on my indoor plants as well.
Yes.
I had it's a peace lily. Or peace lily,
yeah.
And it was really struggling. It was failing.
Okay.
It was going to die. I potted it up in this, and all of a sudden, it's pushing up a flower.
Brilliant.
It's pushing up new leaves. It's looking absolutely amazing.
So many reviews over the years, 5-star reviews,
Yeah.
people who rave about what a difference it's made to their gardening. And like Bex just said, mix it with for your house plants, but also mix it with your existing soil. Like you were saying, you've got really clay soil.
Yeah, you can mix it in there. You can improve the quality of the soil by mixing it in there with the soil that you've got. The reviews that we have are absolutely amazing. People have written in so many times to say how amazing this is, the difference that it's made to them. It turns you into a professional gardener overnight. It really, really does. Please, if you have never tried it, if you've always thought, well, I like that one, or I've always bought that one, or it doesn't matter that much, genuinely give this a go and see the difference.
And you will see the difference. Now, let's talk about the bundle that we've got for you today. It's 2 50-litre bags, those plain bags that you can see there. The great thing is, at that size, they're easy to manoeuvre around the garden. The postage is included in your price today. So rather than going to the garden centre and just, do you know, I remember years ago, the last time we bought compost from the garden centre, those bouncy metal trolleys that bounce up and down, we piled it up on there. Then you have to take it to the checkout. Then you have to lift it off so the checkout can scan it. Get it delivered to your door with the postage included.
And it comes in boxes as well, which is important. So if you're multi-ordering, you can stack those boxes until you're ready to use them. And we normally have 2 busy points in the year where people buy compost. Springtime, because obviously we're getting ready to do it all, but now as well, because obviously we're planting our perennials, we're planting our spring bulbs, we're getting the pots sorted, we're changing over the hanging baskets. So this is the busy time we find when we bring you the compost.
And just have it ready for when you do those jobs. Get it today. YGTV10 is your code to use to get your 10% off. You've got to be a member of the club, but you will get those bulbs included with every order if you use the code YGTV10. 100 125 is your item number. Now, when we got here this morning and tried to get our grapevines into the potting shed, it took us a while because they're
struggled.
absolutely huge. So where am I going to go? I'll come over to this side out of your way.
Okay, my love.
There we go.
Yeah, we've got an option here of red or white grapevines. We've only brought the one in because they are quite large, and we've trailed it up over the set for you. But you can choose between the white or the red grapevine. These are fantastic. If you need a climber, if you want to cover an archway, a pergola, a trellis, if you've got a lovely pergola where you sit and you eat during the summertime, this is the plant that you want to get to cover that. Yeah. My friend has got a lovely grapevine, actually. She uses it on her little outdoor seating areas.
Right.
It's a vigorous grower. The lovely foliage that you get from this, but you do actually get real grapes.
Yeah, you are going to grow grapes
real
with this.
Grapes.
Now, let's talk about the price, because again, this was another one we checked with the price. You can have the red variety or the white variety. They come under different item numbers. 340069 is your white variety. 340068 is your red variety. $12.99 is the price, which is brilliant for a pot this size. But if you order both, you'll only pay 1 postage. Huge leaves, great foliage, great for trailing, aren't they, as well?
Great for trailing. But this is so this is a plant that is totally winter hardy, that's ridiculously easy to grow. All you have to do is prune it back once a year, and you can prune it back quite hard. It's not a problem. It's going to fruit for you sort of September, October time is when you'll get the fruit on here, and you can get up to 30 pounds of fruit from these. They are prolific fruiters. They're absolutely amazing. They will last you an absolute lifetime. Honestly, these will last probably, well, longer than we'll be here.
Yes, many years.
Sorry to be miserable about that, but definitely longer than we'll be here. They do like a bit of a sheltered area, but you know, you don't have to worry too much about these. They are prolific fruiting, incredibly winter hardy, ridiculously easy to grow, decorative and bountiful. I mean, that one sentence with those descriptive words in there.
$12.99.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yes,
they are
please.
brilliant. If you want, why not go for both of these and have one plant, if you've got one planted there, and just let them grow and
join
intermingle.
in the middle and
it'd be
intermingle,
absolutely beautiful. I love the idea of having the grapevines. Once I manage to rip down my conservatory and put a pergola in place, I need a little bit of cash to do it.
We're working on it.
Once I do that, I am considering having this as being the living canopy growing over the top of that. Beautiful. And then bunches of grapes just hanging down.
Yes, please.
So
that sounds like heaven.
I know, right?
Let's go sit there
and then I'll
right
mix
now.
some wisteria in with it as well. Oh.
She's ready. She's got the plan.
I've got my G&T.
Just need the money.
Just need the money.
$12.99 is a price that is unbelievable. Honestly, when these arrive to you at that size for $12.99, your postage $4.99. But remember, if you want to go for both, you'll only pay one postage. You want to add more into your basket, only one postage per order. It'll be that top postage of whatever item you're paying postage for. But lots of items coming with the postage included.
Yeah.
It's fab, isn't it?
Well, this is. We want to make gardening accessible. I mean, obviously, it's a business, of course. We try. We need to pay our bills and everything. But it is about making gardening accessible to absolutely everybody, whether you are, an experienced gardener, a keen gardener, an enthusiastic gardener like me, or whether you're absolutely brand new to it, a novice gardener.
I still consider myself a novice gardener. I was in the garden yesterday afternoon, and just the joy it brings you.
I think you're always learning with gardening, even if you're
you've done it for years.
You've done it for years. There's something to learn.
Well, when we go out with Shaun and we're out and about, and he'll be like, "Oh, that's so and so, and that's so and so," and I don't know what that is. And he's got that app on his phone, so we find out what it is.
I keep forgetting as well. I forget names of things all the time.
It's brilliant, though, isn't it? What a great hobby, a fabulous hobby to have.
It is.
And we've got such a variety for you. Now, I've got to remind you, with every single order, as long as you use the code YGTV10, just add the code in, you will get 60 bulbs. 60 bulbs. You'll get the summer solstice mix. You're going to get a sea of summer colours there, hardy and easy to grow. And going to make beautiful cut flowers as well with the summer solstice mix that we've got for you. 20 of each variety. Your iris, your allium, and your how do you say it?
Tritlia.
See, I checked before I got it wrong. You'll get 20 of each of those included with your purchase as long as you use the code YGTV10. It'll automatically go into your basket. If you are a club member, you'll get 10% off everything as well, and that code also activates all the fabulous bonuses that we've got for you on YouGarden TV. It's lovely to have your company. Remember, you can watch us live on YouTube, on Facebook. You can watch live on the website, and you can catch up on all the previous shows as well. Where are you, Beth?
Just thought I'd tiptoe over the top of that. Morning. Okay, so we've got Plumbago Blue for you now. I think the colour of these flowers.
Look at those.
I think they are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colour.
Pastel blue.
It's a lovely pastel-y blue colour, and they're really, really pretty. So this is a 1.5 litre pot that we have with this one. Really nicely well-established plant. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit that goes with this. So proven performer in your garden. You don't have to worry about this one. It is one that's going to need some winter protection though. So when we're getting down to kind of 1 or 2 degrees, this one isn't going to be happy. So this is one that I think you need to keep it in a pot, basically.
Now, we've got the details for your free bulbs on the screen for you. We'll just pop them over to these fantastic Plumbago details. There it is, $14.99. For
a pot that size?
And I'd call that a speciality plant as well.
I think it is. You get these gorgeous, I mean, look at those clusters. They're pale sky blue clusters. This loves a hot sunny spot, okay? So I think this would be great as a conservatory plant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you could happily have this in a conservatory, and then you can move it outdoors in the summer months.
Nice.
And greenhouse plant, yeah, absolutely.
It's really pretty, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. I think it's really, really pretty. It's scented as well, so it's going to attract butterflies and things too. It's also known as Cape Leadwort. I don't know if people might know the more common name. It's going to grow quite big as well. This can grow up to 2.5 meters in height. It can spread by about 1 meter too, and you get these flowers all. I mean, it does cover it as well. June, July, August, September, October. Fab. It's a long flowering plant. It is an absolute beauty. Keep it in the pot. pot so that you can look after it, you can overwinter it and do what you need to do with it.
It's a lovely gift, that as well, isn't it?
I think it's really pretty. I
Really
think,
nice.
and again, remember it's got that Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. I love telling you about that because, I mean, they know what they're talking about, don't they? That Royal Horticultural Society.
Yeah, and do you know what? That isn't easy to achieve, those. We carry a lot of award winners, don't we?
They do rigorously test. I was reading up all about what they test for, and it is actually incredible. It's a rigorous test that they put these plants through. They don't throw those awards away willy-nilly.
There's lots of
really
criteria,
look at loads of criteria for it. They really look at various different things, and they've awarded it to this. Amazing deal for you. 1.5 litre, established plant, delivered to your door for just a fantastic price. I don't think you would find that price elsewhere.
The Plumbago Blue, how unusual to have. And they create talking points in your garden when you have people round.
Yeah.
Like, what's that? Where have you got that from? Again, it looks quite tropical, doesn't it, in flower? 680198 is your item number there. And that's how you shop with us here at YouGarden TV. You always need that item number at the top of the screen if you're new to shopping with us. And make sure you use the code. The offer code this week, YGTV10, gets you those 60 bulbs, and it also activates all the other special deals that we've got going on for you throughout the show. We've got some buy one, get one free. We've got some buy one, get two free. My word, we're busy morning that we're having, and it's lovely to have you with us. So that's the Plumbago. Next up, where are we going? Echinacea.
Oh, yes.
Now, again, speaking of colour, this is that lovely, rich purple colour.
Yeah, rich purple and kind of a pinky bit on the
It's
petals
like shaded,
that go around
isn't
it.
it?
I
Yeah.
love this. I've got this one in my garden, actually. I planted Echinacea for the first time this year, and this was a really popular option yesterday. We had the green twister on yesterday.
Now,
It was green twister, wasn't it?
It was yesterday, yeah. I watched. I
Well
had a
done,
lovely
thank you very
morning
much.
and afternoon. Came out the sun and watched in the afternoon. Now, let me just remind you of the deal, because the deal here is
Oh, it's incredible.
sensational.
Yeah.
Now, the Echinacea purple, you buy one, you get two free. So you get 3 plants in total, and the price is $9.99. Okay, and you'll get your bulbs, remember, because you're going to use the code YGTV10. You'll get your bulbs, you'll get your 10% off if you're a club member, you'll get the 1 postage, but 3 of them. Buy one, get 2 free.
£3.33 a plant.
Hello? Yes, please.
£3.33 a plant. That is absolutely incredible, especially when you talk about all the, the amazing kind of benefits and beauty that you get with your Echinacea. First of all, the flowers last such a long time. They don't fade that quickly. Some of our summer flowering plants, the blooms fade away.
Yes, yeah.
And these don't. They last such a long time, both on the plant or as a cut flower if you want to use them as a cut flower. It's a really bold colour that you get from this. Now is the time to be planting out your perennials that you want in your garden next year. Don't wait until next year. Do it now, because what will happen is the ground is in its perfect state right now. It's not waterlogged, it's not frozen, it's not too hard. You can get these planted out. They've got time to establish for their roots to get nice and strong before they go to sleep for a little while over the winter months. And then next year you're stealing a march, you're getting ahead, you will get bigger displays next year. And this is going to give you some beautiful colour July, August, September time, and it will keep coming back for you. It'll get bigger and better every single year. And when we're talking about Echinacea, I mean, there's some benefits to Echinacea as well, isn't there? There's some health belief for health benefits. But it will get bigger and better for you as well. It will give you bigger displays. And if you're really looking for that cottage garden style in your garden, then Echinacea is one that you need.
And do you know what? When you see these in a group, they're so impressive.
I'm a bit torn between the two. Either planted en masse looks absolutely amazing, or one on its own mixed in with loads of other different things. I can never quite work out which I like the most. At the moment, mine is one mixed in with a whole bunch of other things.
There's a house near where we stay here, and you come around the corner and they've got loads of Echinacea.
Really?
Just like a blanket of Echinacea. And because of how they open up, like you say, the landing pads, it's always loads of buzzy bees all around there. Absolutely fabulous. The value spectacular. $9.99 gets you 3 plants. You buy one, you get 2 free. Remember, if you use the code, you'll get those bulbs free as well. We're going to go over to... Oh, you were right.
I knew it.
You were right. The alliums. Talk about deals. Here's another... Oh, we need a little happy dance. There we go. The allium deal is also spectacular. Now, this is the same. Buy one, Get 2 free. And samples that we're showing you here in
Yes.
the potting shed, pulled directly from the stock that's going to go out to everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are here in the nursery, so we're at the potting shed. Just outside the doors here is where all the plants are, where all the people working hard, packing and you know, picking and packing all the things to send to you.
It's such a busy environment.
It's lovely, and I'm really, I love my job. It's great fun to be here. And these are pulled from the plants outside.
Stock that's ready,
what we don't do is pick the best ones. We must show the best one plant. We pick something that's really indicative of what is going to be delivered direct to your door, and that is what we are showing you here. So the deal, first of all, is absolutely amazing. Buy 1, get 2 free. So, I mean, just incredible, incredible value. The other major headline to tell you about lavender bubbles is that this is the first late flowering allium.
This is great news.
So if you are an allium lover, like I am, I will be planting my allium bulbs. I mean, I've got some from last year, but I'll be planting a load more because I genuinely really, really love these. You can have alliums with those bulbs right the way through from sort of May time, April, May time, they start coming up, don't they? But then you add the lavender bubbles to your collection, you'll have alliums right the way through to September. Because normally the alliums are done by June, but if you have the allium lavender bubbles in your collection,
so you've got a longer
July,
season.
August, September, you get from these. So you're extending that allium season.
I love the size as well of these, the really nice sizes.
Yeah, so these are a bit more compact. You know, the flower heads themselves are more compact than some of those other alliums out there. They also don't grow to the same height. These are only about 50 centimetres in height
But
that you'll get.
they're strong stems, aren't they?
Strong stems. This is the incredibly clever thing about alliums, I think, is that they can hold these really densely packed balls of flowers at the top of these strong stems, even when the wind is blowing, you know, and the breeze is blowing during those summer months. I think they're really, really clever, really low maintenance. You don't need to be an expert gardener to grow these at all. Plant them, water them, leave them alone. Genuinely, you don't need to do anything else. They look fabulous when they're like this. They also look amazing if you want to dry them as well. So you can use them as cut flowers if you want, but I've been leaving the spent flowers on there, and then I'm going to do it next year. I didn't do it this year. I've got a couple, but they're not perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dry these, because then as a dried flower display, once these have all gone, can you see how many shoots are coming off here? Yeah. It's really, really beautiful, and you can create a whole mixture. If you've got a load of different types of alliums, you can create a beautiful dried display as well from these. So there's so many things, there's so many benefits to having alliums in your garden. Architectural beauty, gorgeous colour, and long lasting, particularly if you're getting your bulbs and extending the season with these. Yeah, clever.
The deal, this is why the other reason Bex wanted to put these on the show. You buy 1, you get 2 free. So you get 3 of those gorgeous alliums for just $12.99. Again, really popular. 561055. If you're in the club, you'll get your 10% off there as well. And you'll also get your free gift if you use the code. You must use the code to get these deals activated. YGTV10 is your code. Put 1 in your basket. We'll put the extra 2 in. We'll also put in those fabulous free bulbs, the summer solstice mix that we've got for you. I've got to give you a reminder of some of your favourites so far this morning. Remember, we're live every Wednesday and Thursday from 10 till 12 in the morning and 2 till 4 in the afternoon. So we'd love to have your company. Make sure you join Bex and myself this afternoon as well. We'll have some different items for you to peruse and shop for at YouGarden TV. YouGarden.com is the easiest way to shop, but you can see us on YouTube Live. You can also see us on Facebook Live. Now, the plant of the week is our Lobelia Queen Victoria. These are 10 garden-ready plants. They have the most gorgeous foliage. It's like a dark, rich burgundy foliage. And then the flowers that you're seeing there that you're going to get from here are a rich crimson red. $14.99 is your price for 10 garden-ready plants. They're ready to go out into the garden. However, we've got a double-up deal. If you put 2 of those in in your basket, you'll get 2 for £19.98. For just about £5 extra, you'll get double the amount of plants. 410122 is your item number, and your postage is included there. I'd definitely double up with those. Brilliant deal. Great to plant up and to give as gifts. And check out the pots and the planters that we've got available on the website as well. There's a full range of hardware for you. So that is your Lobelia Queen Victoria. Next up, the Echinacea, the purple Magnus that we've got. Now, this is a stunning flower, isn't it? But the deal is superb. If you buy one, you'll get 2 free. So you'll get 3 9cm pots for $9.99. You just put one in. As long as you use the code YGTV10, we'll put another 2 in for you for just $9.99. They work out $3.33 each. 560768 is your item number if you want to go for the Echinacea in that lovely lilac-y pinky purple. It's a lovely colour, really unusual. That's your Echinacea. 560768. Next up, also busy, your Plumbago. Now this is a really unusual plant. I'd not seen this before. The flowers that are on there, beautiful. Again, that delicate pastel blue. It's like that. It's like a lavender blue. It's very difficult to explain. Similar to an agapanthus colour, actually, although we call it the Plumbago blue. $14.99. It comes in a 5-litre pot, really good size, really well established. And we usually say a 5-litre pot. It's been going for about 5 years with something like that. $14.99. Again, a great gift if you want to send it to someone else. 680198. Direct from the nursery here in the potting shed. We're broadcasting to you in the middle of the nursery. Now, the miniature tulips we showed you, again, it really is a value pack. 50 bulbs for just $9.99. A plethora of colours. You've got the lovely bi-colours that you see there, the solid colours that you see, but these don't get too big. They are a miniature tulip. 50 bulbs for $9.99 or 100 bulbs for $14.98. If you add 2 in, about an extra £5, you'll double up your deal. 630031 is your item number there. Always look for those numbers at the top of the screen to get shopping and choose whichever item numbers you want to shop for. Now, next up, these cypress trees. These are a great size. Not quite that size. About a metre and a half tall we're looking at. That'll be delivered for you, but they will grow and grow and grow. The good thing is they don't overtake an area. They don't spread out. They stay nice and thin and tall. I wish I had stayed nice and thin and tall. I've started to spread in the middle. If you want to go for a pair of cypress trees for $34.99, remember you'll only pay 1 delivery per order. So whatever you're shopping for, if it does have a delivery charge on it, that'll be the only delivery you pay. So it's a great way to shop. Your delivery capped at the most expensive on your order, but lots of items come in with delivery included. 510471 for your pair of cypress trees. Remind you of growing your own, the grapevines. Now, the size of these, you'll be amazed when you get these home and you see you've paid $12.99 for these. You'll be amazed. And the postage is only $4.99. If you shop for something else with postage, you won't pay any extra. You've got a white variety of your table grape, 340069, or the red variety comes under a different number, 340068 is your item number for the red grapes. Loads more still to see. We're live right through until 12 o'clock. Myself and Bex will be here with you, and lots of items. Oh, the pansy can-can. I forgot about these. This is what Shaun's shopping for. Now, we call these pro plug plants. That's because they're small and you're going to grow them on like the professionals do. But you get 60 plug plants for $14.99. That gorgeous can shaping to the actual flowers. It'll take you right through the winter, these. Bex was telling us a little bit earlier. Take you through so you've always got colour in the garden. 7 months of flowering with your pansy can. 401161. 60 plug plants for $14.99. And I've got to remind you one more thing before we get back to Bex and some more new items is the agapanthus blue. This is huge, absolutely huge. Comes in a 20 centimetre pot for $19.99. Again, delivery of $4.99, but your delivery caps at the most expensive delivery on your order. 680130 is your item number. Make sure you join the club. If you haven't already, we love to welcome you into our garden club. It means £5 a year on an auto renewal gets you, well, 10% off every plant and accessory. 5% off your outdoor living, like your fabulous machinery and your garden furniture. Throughout the year, you'll also get £20 worth of garden vouchers to use from YouGarden and exclusive offers, competitions and advice. £5 auto renewal, definitely worth doing. If you want to just do a one-off for £10 for the year, but you can cancel at any time. So I think that auto renewal is the way forward.
Go for the £5 one, and then if you're not interested, just cancel it.
You've got the opportunity to cancel. Yeah. But honestly, when you see the savings, when we go through on our website and we add things into our basket, you did it yesterday.
Yeah, we did it yesterday.
There was one of them that was over £100 of savings, and you'd only spent 90
or 80 something pounds, something like that.
Amazing.
It really
value.
Does add up. And if you place multiple orders throughout the year, obviously those savings are going to keep adding up for you.
Keep getting the savings.
Be incredible.
Incredible. Now we're going to go to a little bit of architecture in your garden. Aren't we?
Yeah, I love a cordyline. I have a cordyline.
We've got multiples of these.
Have
Do you know what
you?
we use these for? Where we stay in a lodge here, and we've got like open drives at the end. So we use it as a border on the edge of our drive.
Oh yeah.
So no one's allowed on our drive. So we've got our cordyline hedge.
Very, very nice. I do love a cordyline because I think what they provide is real structure and architecture.
Hang on, this is $9.99.
Yes. Yes, and we got a double deal as well.
I didn't see this one on my notes.
Got a double deal.
$9.99 for one, two for $14.98. If you add two into your basket, you'll only pay that's brilliant value.
I know, right? £7.50 each, basically.
They're not small,
if you
are
get
they?
Two. No, they're a really decent size, and I love these because they look like this all year round.
Yes, that's what I love.
You have this absolute gorgeous architecture. Look at that. Gorgeous architecture. And those sword-like shapes of leaves, they really do create... it's lovely against the kind of softer foliage or the softer flowers that you'll see. Mine's at one end of a border as I come out the back door, and then I look down the garden. That's the first thing I see, and then I can see the flowers and the softer foliage in the background. And it really does provide a lovely contrast when you have these. They're great in gravel gardens, as you can sort of see in the background there. If you want to plant them into gravel, they look absolutely beautiful there too. Now it's a winter hardy plant down to about -7. Obviously, if you want to look after it a little bit more in harsh winters, you can wrap a fleece blanket, you can mulch it. Another top tip that you can do, because they don't like strong winds either.
Okay.
So as we get into the winter months, what you can do is loosely just tie the leaves like this, because that'll help to protect them.
That's how they arrive as well, isn't it?
They do. It's lovely when they arrive. They're like this, and then you let it go, and it just goes like that. It's absolutely beautiful.
Instant, isn't it?
But you can tie those up to help
in the winter.
Excuse me. You can to help look after the leaves so that they don't suffer too much. It gives you instant impact in your garden, particularly if you're doing double up, because two of those instantly you've got an amazing display.
Either side of a gateway, either side of a doorway.
I love symmetry. I know in gardening when you're planting it's normally in odd numbers, but I do love that symmetry.
It's however you want.
Yeah, well, do you know what? There's no
It's your garden.
There is no
do it however
rules.
you want to do it.
I do love that symmetry. Either side of your seating area, either side of the door, either side of the patio. I think that really does frame it. It elevates it. It looks really nice, expensive, and designer.
Yeah, it does.
It's such an easy plant to grow as well. You're going to want to water sparingly in the spring. They don't like too much water then.
Okay.
But that's about it. Genuinely, you just leave it out there. I've got mine planted. We don't have them on the show today, but you know the heavy-duty pots, the ones with the handles on them. I've got mine planted in one of those. But what would look amazing is if we plant these into the urns that we've got on the show today.
The ornamental urns that we've got for you.
That will look rich and expensive.
You're going to get two of those for $14.98. That is spectacular.
Isn't it?
I think Hayley will probably be shopping for some of those.
You don't need any more. Surely not.
You always need more. 130147 gets you the urns that we've got. Now the cordylines would look great in there, wouldn't they?
The cordylines would look absolutely fantastic.
Now we have planted one of those up. I say we, The lovely
I hope
Shaun Ryan.
Ryan is
if he's still watching, there's all your hard work, Shaun. Shaun
There
planted that up so you could see it. It needs a bit of deadhead. I did a bit before. I missed that side.
Got that side.
Missed that side.
Never mind.
We're looking at the urns. Plants not included, unfortunately.
No.
You're going to get a pair of those for $24.99.
That is unbelievable. 40 centimetre diameter, so these would be perfect for these corder lines.
Oh, there we go.
And you can have those planted up. You can put those either side of your door. As I said, that will just elevate. It will look absolutely amazing. These are, I mean, they're made of plastic, okay? They look like they're made of some kind of metal or brushed steel or something, don't they? But they're actually made of plastic. But they are strong, they are sturdy, they are UV stabilized, frost resistant, they are designed to last you for years. And the beauty of going for these plastic pots that are designed to last for years over those metal or stone ones is that you can move them around much more easily in your garden. They're not going to crack and break and things like that. And they are lightweight and easy for you to move.
These are great because they've got the rim on as well, so you can get your fingers underneath.
They come to you in two parts. The bottom bit screws on, I believe. You assemble those, but very, very easy to do. And I just think that, I mean, it looks expensive, doesn't it?
It does, and they don't weather at all. I've been amazed with those pots and planters.
No, they're really, really good. As I say, you know, they are designed to last you for many, many years to come. So it's not something that you should be worried about. I used to think that you had to have ceramic and stone and, you know, all of that. I thought it had to be that, but it really doesn't.
Tradition, I think, wasn't it?
It doesn't at all.
It's just, and it's a much more affordable way to have garden urns like that. If you bought them in pots, in ceramic,
they'd be hundreds. 70, 80,
I bet.
at least.
For a pair.
Oh, for a pair,
over £100.
I haven't got any urns. I need some urns.
Two
Maybe
urns for you. Two urns for $24.99. 130147. Remember, if you're in the club, you'll get you 5%. Is it 10% off pots and planters or 5%?
Do you know, I don't know.
We're going to check. We're going to pop it in a basket for you
and
check.
Have a look.
I wasn't sure with the pots and planters. So 10% off all of your plants, obviously, and all of your garden plants. But then things like machinery, you get 5% off if you're in the club. But pots and plants, have we checked, Stu?
We're looking. He's going to have a look.
We're going to go shopping. I like going shopping. So 130147 for your urns. Where are we going next?
We're going to talk about Rudbeckia now.
Okay.
And I'm keen on this because I actually planted it this year, and it's that's it there.
He's good, isn't he? He's good.
He's on it as our Stu. Look,
he's all over
that is my Rudbeckia planted in my border right now. Look at that. I took that picture on Monday. That's what it looks like currently, and I planted that out probably about May time, and it was a tiny plant that I planted. And look at the beauty you've got with this Rudbeckia. You get such gorgeous flowers on here, and they last such a long time. So June, July, August, September, October time, you get flowers from your Rudbeckia, and you don't really have to do anything to them. Like, they've lasted such a long time. You can, and they have that lovely dark centre that contrasts perfectly with those yellow leaves. A wonderful landing pad for the bees and the butterflies and things. They love sunshine, but they will still thrive in part shade as well. You really don't need to worry too much about them. They're hardy. They're a perennial. They'll keep getting bigger and better for you every year. Ridiculously low maintenance, drought tolerant once they're established as well. A lovely kind of height from these, about 50 centimetres in height, 40 centimetre spread. A wonderful plant for your borders. Excellent to put into pots as well. You could put 3 of these probably into... You'd probably need a big pot, wouldn't you? 1 in a 40 centimetre pot would spread out really nicely. Okay. You could put them potentially into window boxes as well if you wanted that height on there. They are versatile, hard-working, and this plant, I've got a lovely mixed border there, but this one is the one right now that when I look in that border, that's the one that makes me smile the most. Genuinely.
It's that cheery yellow,
it's
isn't
gorgeous.
it? I love yellow flowers. It is. It's a real pop, isn't it? A real pop of colour. A little gold star, 561050 is your item number there. 3 9cm pots for $14.97. Remember, use your code to activate all those special deals we've got, and you will get the free bulbs with every order. YGTV10, and you'll get 60 bulbs included with every order. That in itself is brilliant, isn't it? Now we're going to look at the tree fern next. this is such a great talking piece in the
love
garden.
these.
Ferns, I like greenery anyway.
I do.
And ferns, but this one in particular is a real... Well, it's like a Jurassic story, isn't it?
It is. Do you know what? I feel like I feel like I've got a piece of history. You know, when I'm looking at those ferns, it feels like you're walking with the dinosaurs. You've gone back in time, indeed. And I've got one of these as well in my garden. I'm so pleased with it. When I got mine, again, it was earlier this year. I planted it, so again, probably about April, May time. I got it. It was probably about this big. Down to here. It was it was a baby one. And I planted it into a pot. And it's a 40 centimetre diameter pot, and it's filled that out. It's filled that. We'll have a look at a picture in a minute. Stu's going to find it for us because I took a picture of it. But yeah, my tree fern.
My tree fern, please.
That one there.
Oh,
look at that.
It's a baby fern.
It was teeny tiny. Bear in mind that's a 40 centimetre diameter pot. That's a really big pot. It's filled out really nicely. It is a relatively slow growing plant, and in terms of height, it can reach crazy heights, 4, 5, 6 metres in height.
You see them in the garden centres, the really established ones, hundreds of pounds you can pay.
So expensive. But this is a relatively slow grower. I am loving going on the journey with this because I got it as the baby and I'm just going to watch it grow. If you don't want it to reach those crazy heights, or you don't want to leave plants behind if you're ever going to move home, putting them into a pot is a really good way to restrict the height and still be able to take them with you. Take them with you.
Yeah, I got a friend who moved and she was so upset to leave loads of big plants behind because she'd put them in the borders.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a good mixture of both now. So I've got, this one's the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit as well. Okay. So again, a proven performer. It loves shade. Where that pot was, I put the pot into the border actually.
Okay.
Gets about 30 minutes, an hour of sunshine in the morning. That's it. It's shade the rest of the time. It's having a field day. It absolutely adores it there. So it does want to be in a shady spot. You'll get that wonderful canopy of leaves off the top of there that will create lovely dappled shade as well if you want that in certain places. It feels exotic. It feels ancient. Now it might need. Oh look at that!
This.
Look at that. I can't wait to see mine.
Did Hanny tell you about the hotel we went to recently?
No.
It had these along the driveway. This is amazing as well, isn't it? This is how they unfurl.
That's how the leaves actually unfurl, and that's really interesting to watch that happen. And then you get this gorgeous big, big canopy leaf like that coming from it. So they might want to take a little. You might want to look after them a little bit. They're hardy down to about -5. The fronds will die back a little bit, and so -5. You might want to look after it. You might want to fleece it or straw in there. Okay. You don't want the centre to dry out because that's where the fronds are gonna grow from. So that's another thing you need to look after during the summer months.
And then the trunk, when it is really established,
it gets
really
nice,
substantial,
thick,
isn't it?
Trunk on there. I think these are one of the most beautiful architectural, greenery plants that you can put in your garden. And $12.99 is a great price because these can sell for a lot of money. Harvested under strict kind of regulations from Australian woodland as well. They have to be so that we don't over-harvest and things, and this has been sourced responsibly. So just to let you know that as well.
$12.99 is the price on that before the club discount. If you're in the club, 500-243 is your item number, and your postage is included there as well. So you don't have to add any postage on for that one. 500-243. Now we've got to go back to plant of the week.
Oh, okay.
Once again, it's proving really popular. And again, I think with plants like this, because they're a little bit unusual, not their regular green foliage, first of all. The foliage in itself is that lovely, rich, dark red, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I love that burgundy foliage. And I think when you mix that in with that, traditional, normal kind of green foliage, it really is a standout plant. It really wants to draw the attention. Your lovely Hayley was saying that her mum has these planted, and it's the plant that you look at. It's the one that
it's an eye catcher. And she's got a big gardener mum.
Yeah.
There's a lot of maintenance. Hayley's always in the garden at mum's.
Having a lovely time.
Yeah, she loves it. She just wishes she had more time. But it amazed me, first of all, the height they got to.
Yeah, about 90 centimetres in height you get from this. So those flowers that you're looking at there, they rise up out of that burgundy foliage, and they are scarlet. They are bright red. They have these wonderful two kind of lips on them. It's a beautiful beautiful shape, and it contrasts and stands out so perfectly from that burgundy
That's
foliage.
why it draws your eye, I think.
Exactly that, and when you mix that in with the bright green foliage that you have in your garden, that draws even more attention to this. It's eye-catching. You get these lovely large flowers from here. You get strong, upright stems from it, and you get that year-round interest with that purple kind of burgundy foliage on here. Royal Horticultural Society awarded Garden Merit on this one, so a proven performer, not something you need to worry about. Plant it in sunshine for the best results, but it will tolerate part shade as well. Winter hardy down to about -5, and a magnet for the pollinators. The bees and butterflies are going to absolutely adore this. August, September, October is where you can expect the flowers from this, but this is why we're bringing this to you now, because you might be going, but the flowering season's over for it. This is why it's important to get your perennials planted out now.
Yeah, now's the time.
We're talking about spring bulbs. We're talking about those ones for next year. If you do it now, it means the ground is in the perfect state. The ground is in a really good condition right now. You know, it's soft, it's not waterlogged, it's not frosty, it's not too hard. So you can plant these out, and then they'll get a nice strong root structure before the horrible cold. I'm sorry, it's coming. Before the horrible cold months come, really strong structure. And then next year, you're stealing a march. You're getting ahead, which means you'll have bigger and better plants for next year. So don't wait until springtime and summertime to plant them out.
Prep it all now.
Do it now, and you'll get better garden next year.
And the deal's fabulous because it is our plant of the week. So what that means is, first of all, your postage is included. They're garden ready plants. You're going to get 10 for $14.99, but we have a double up deal. If you want to add a second one in, it'll only cost you around about £5 more. You'll get 2 for $19.98. 410122. We're seeing the strength of the roots there, Bex, aren't we?
Yeah, this is the garden ready. This is what we're showing you here. You know, garden ready, looked after, ready for you to plant out in your garden. There's nothing, you don't have to grow them on, pot them on or anything. They are ready to go out in your garden. And to be able to get 20 of these, what you can see in front of me here, this is 20. If you're just going for the individual, that is what you are going to receive. If you're going for the double up deal, you'll get both of those sent direct to your door.
And you can see what great sizes they are. That's why we call them garden ready. Yeah. Just saw the root system in there as well. They're ready. Please get them in the garden. $14.99 for 10 or $19.98 for 20. Your double up deal is spectacular. Now, the easiest way to shop with us is on the website. All the W's, yougarden.com. When you go to the website, you'll see everything you need to see. It'll talk you through. You can catch up with previous shows, as you can see there. And we've got lots of different departments for you to shop through. Make sure you use the code YGTV10 and you'll get those extra bonuses. And if you ever want to watch us, there at the top you'll see that little logo just there, YouGarden TV. Click on, it'll tell you about the on-air shows, watching the live shows and catching up on missed shows. Remember, you can also watch live on Facebook, on YouTube. But let's have a look in the basket. Let's have a look what we have been shopping for. Now, we've shopped for some compost, great deal there. We've got an echinacea, just one, for $8.99, and we got 2 free. I love that. We've got the allium there. We got 1 for $11.69 because we're in the club, and we got 2 free of charge. We got our summer solstice mix of 60 bulbs free of charge. We added in some tulips, and again, massive discounts. You can see there, extra saving. And we've joined the club, very important. Pop that in your basket. Now, the easiest way to shop with us, if you are watching online, have 2 devices on the go or have 2 windows open so that you can shop on one window and watch on the other. Use the code and you'll see where all that magic happens. It drops the prices down. It activates all those other little bonuses that we've got going on for you. So make sure you use the code YGTV10. You'll get 60 bulbs and you'll get all those other bonuses activated in your basket. But join the club to get the 10% off all of your plants, and it is 10% off planters as well. We popped them in our basket.
Yes. So if you were looking at the urns and you were fancying those or any of the other pots and things, yes, you'll get 10% off.
If you're in the club, you'll get your 10% off.
Lovely.
Now, this plant, whenever I've done it on a show, has been so popular. The Echium, the pride of Madeira. Now, when you look at it like this, I love its foliage, but the flowers you get here are
my word. They are absolutely gorgeous. Yes, this is beautiful. What you're going to get from this, they're going to come as if from nowhere, but they will grow out of here. These really tall spires, these towers of these gorgeous blue flowers. They're going to reach about 1.5 meters in height. And the spread that you get on this, you can see how big this one is. About 1.5 meters spread here too. So if you're planting this into your borders, I'm definitely suggesting back of the border.
Yes.
If you want to
big
put it,
flowers.
yeah, it's going to be big. If you want to plant it into a pot, you can absolutely do that as well. It's going to love a sunshine position. Okay. Please don't put this somewhere shady. It's probably not going to do what you want it to do.
Right.
Plant it
Sunny
somewhere
spot.
sunny. And Pride of Madeira. Yeah. It's a hot place, isn't it?
Madeira's sunny.
It's quite
most
sunny.
of the time.
So Royal Horticultural Society have awarded it that garden merit as well. So again, this is a proven performer in your garden.
We've got lots of award winners this
Loads
morning,
of them. Do you know what we want to make gardening accessible and easy and
successful.
fun. I mean, that's what
Proven
it's all about,
plants.
isn't it?
Yep.
We don't want to make it difficult. It's not about being snobby as far as gardening is concerned. It's supposed to be fun. I find gardening to be my escape when I start getting in my head.
It's a bit of a therapy, I think.
Yeah, if I start feeling a bit anxious or kids are doing
Do you
my
know,
head
there's only 2 places Hayley, my other half, relaxes: in the bath or in the garden. Otherwise, she's.
Her and I are quite similar.
There you go. You see, always on the go.
Gardening is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to give us a headache.
Yes.
And that's what we're trying to bring you here. Now, this one is beautiful. It is a biennial plant, so it's a short-lived perennial, but it does self-seed. So what happens with this is once you buy this, you shouldn't ever have to buy another one because you get those lovely self-seeds. You'll get a little family of these going on. It's hardy down to about -5. So another one you might want to give a bit of protection to. But Peter, our boss here, you know, at YouGarden, I was watching a show he was doing a little while ago, and he said, and I'm 100% on board with this, just get into the habit of mulching everything. It's a good habit to get into.
It's a winter blanket,
Not
isn't it?
only because you want to look after your plants in the winter, but it has so many more benefits, you know, water retention, weed suppressant, all of those things. So just always get into that habit. And we have a wonderful product called Strulch, which has all of those benefits, weed suppressant, keeps the slugs and the snails away. So if you're planting hostas and things like that out, it'll keep them away. It's a natural way of doing it. Water retention.
Yes.
It makes the garden look neat.
It looks gorgeous on the board, as you can see there.
Reasons.
For me, it was a slug deterrent that was natural, that kept the slugs away. Honestly, they just don't like the feel of it, so they're off. Strulch is a mineralised straw that'll look after your garden year round, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it stays active for about 2 years as well. So if you're trying to keep the slugs and snails away, it has the active things in there that'll keep them away for about 2 years. After that, you dig it into the ground, and all it does is then improve the texture of your soil, and then put some more down. It's absolutely brilliant.
Do you know the other thing that amazed me with it? Because with mulches, when I've used them in the past, they blow off the top of the pots because it's all pots and
it doesn't happen with this, does it?
No.
I don't know how.
And we live in somewhere with wind in the address. It's a very windy area. So it's brilliant for so many reasons. Check that out on the website. Pride of Madeira, 680023.
What's the size of that?
$14.99 for that.
Big plant.
At that size. Your postage, remember, is capped at 1 postage. If you've just joined us, the easiest way to shop is the website, all the YouGarden.com. You'll find the live shows on there. You'll find everything you need to know, all about the club and all about the codes that we've been using. Now, where are we going next?
Star Jasmine.
Are we going here? Fabulous.
Yeah, another big one that we're sending out to you. Yes, Star Jasmine. I love these. I've actually got 2 of these now. One that I've got in a tower pot, and we'll show you the tower pot in a little while. One that I'm trying to train up the side of a fence. So your Star Jasmine. This one is fragrant.
It's really, it's that really sweet fragrance, isn't it?
It's a beautiful sweet smell.
Overpowering.
I don't think so.
Unnatural.
No, I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous sweet smell that you get from your Star Jasmine. Now, as far as climbers go, this one is a relatively slow grower. If you compare it to clematis or the grapevine or something like that, relatively slow grower. We're talking about maybe 10 to 20 centimetres every single year. So it's still going to grow for you. It's still still going to fill a lovely area, and it's going to last you for many, many years as well. But if you've got a smaller area and you don't want something so vigorous, this is a great one to go for.
Not going to overtake.
Not going to overtake, absolutely, because some growers are a bit too vigorous for certain areas, aren't they?
They cover everything.
But this one is absolutely brilliant. You have the wonderful foliage all year round. Sometimes it turns, and mine does, it turns a bit burgundy occasionally as well in the colder months.
Lovely gloss to the leaves.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit as well. So this one is a proven performer. It's not something you need to worry about. You can plant it into the ground if you want to and train it over pergolas, up fences. If you've got a horrible bin area and you want to cover that up, you could train this to go over the top of there. The flowers are the most. Look at those. They're kind of. It's like a Catherine wheel. That's what I think of.
Yeah,
the way that it's sort of, it looks like it's spinning, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, because they look like they're in motion, don't they, the flowers?
And you get those lovely star-shaped, bright white. They're perfectly white. They're small, but they are powerful because they cover the plant, and you have that gorgeous scent that comes from them as well. It will flower for you June, July, August, September time. It's hardy, down to, I said, -5 degrees. It gives you that year-round interest. It is evergreen as well, and you just constantly get these waves of flowers that are going to come from it. Ultimate height and spread, 6 by 6 meters potentially, up to that. But as I said, it'll take a while to get there. And I like that. I like going on that journey with these plants.
Now, the deal we've got, once again, is brilliant. $14.99. It comes in a 2-litre pot, but there's a double-up deal. If you do want to double up, you'll get 2 for $19.98. So about an extra $5, you get an extra fabulous star jasmine. Now, what do you have there? I
have the tower pot. Now, I've got 2 of these in my garden, one with a wisteria in and one that's got the star jasmine in. Okay. So I did have a star jasmine planted in the border. It was a bit of shady area. It wasn't doing very well. I dug it up and I put it in here.
Great.
And it's 2 years old now, and it's coming up to about here, and it's filled. It's filled.
I love these because you get that rotational
it's amazing.
Display.
Okay, so your tower pot is made of plastic. It is made of frost-resistant, UV-stabilised plastic, just like the urns and things, which means it's designed to last for years. It's easy to move around your garden because it's lightweight. You don't have to worry too much about it. It comes to you in 4 sections. Okay, so the bottom part, which is just the pot. So if you want to use it just as a pot at any point, you can do. This bit clips on. You can see the clips are here. So that clips onto that bit, and the same with the top bit. It'll clip onto the middle bit. Easy to unclip as well if you want to. You can get your hand inside here. Now, I've got big man hands. I don't have dainty, delicate, girly hands. Mine are big hands, and I can get mine in here. Because sometimes, climbers, they'll find their way, but you want to adjust it and move it around. So you can do that if you want to. Down the bottom in here, we have a decent sized trough inside there. So a good one for water, basically. It'll retain some water in there. There is also the drainage hole in the bottom of there as well. So this is fantastic for your climbing plants. If you're going for, if you haven't got a big garden, if you haven't got a pergola or a trellis or a fence or anything like that, if you've got a balcony, if you want a patio plant, the tower planter is absolutely brilliant for your climbers.
Now, what's this?
Okay, so that is my tower planter. That's
Where
it
is
with the. I've just pulled it onto the lawn, actually.
No, it's completely covered, hasn't it?
It is.
And that's what I love about it. It goes all the way round, so you've got that display from every angle.
Every single angle. It's 360-degree display. That's actually a wisteria that I've got inside that one. I didn't take a picture of the jasmine one. I'll take a picture of that next time. That's the wisteria I've got in there, but you can see how, and that was a brand new wisteria, a small one, bought this year, planted this year.
Oh my goodness.
And look at what's happened.
That's thrived.
And that is exactly the result that you will get with your tower pot, with whatever climber it is that you will put on there. It will give you that wonderful 360-degree display. So you don't have to worry if you want to look at it from this side of the garden or from that side of the garden. You'll still have that gorgeous display on there.
Great deal on that.
Beautiful,
$19.99. If you're in the club, you will get the 10% off. Remember, $19.99. your price 130461. I would definitely use the code, whatever you're shopping for, YGTV10. You'll get those 60 bulbs. Now I've got to remind you of the jasmine that we showed you. The jasmine will be great in that tower pot that we just showed you. $14.99 for one of those, or you can get two of those for $19.98. The most beautiful fragrant flowers, like Beck said, they look like they're in motion, like a spinning wheel. A beautiful, stunning white flower, but in abundance. You'll see so many flowers when they come into flower. $14.99 for one of those, a double up deal once again. You'll get two for $19.98. And when you use YGTV10, remember you're going to get all these bulbs. You're going to get 60 of them. You don't have to put anything in your basket. Just use the code and we'll put it in there for you. The summer solstice mix, postage is included. There's a sea of summer colours there. Hardy and easy to grow, make beautiful cut flowers too. You get 20 of each variety, the iris, the allium, and the, I can't say it still, Trictalia. We'll get Bex to confirm that. Trictalia, that'd be much easier. I'm going to say it how you, I'm going to write it how you say it. So the summer solstice bulbs will come with every order as long as you use the code YGTV10, and that'll unlock all the other bonuses, all the other benefits that we've got for you. Make sure you join the club and you'll get 10% off all of the plants that we show you. Are you doing a little bit of gardening?
There's a teeny tiny little spider
a
on
little
there.
Spider.
He's having a nice time. I'm going to leave him there.
He's fine.
Now,
we're talking about wisteria now. The amethyst falls is a bit of a different variety, isn't it?
It is a different variety. So this one has been designed and bred and grown to be more compact. So we've seen wisteria. We know wisteria. It can grow crazy.
It doesn't just grow up, it grows out, doesn't it?
Does.
We went to Henley on Thames, and we walked down the street. We had to come off the pavement because the wisteria was so wide across the pavement.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, at the moment, I've got two wisteria, and they look absolutely beautiful. I'm a big fan of the wisteria. They look gorgeous. You have the beautiful foliage on here. You get those gorgeous grape-like purple flowers that happen April, May into June time, if you're lucky.
Now with the amethyst falls, it's a little bit different, isn't it?
It is. So this one, first of all, as it grows, it kind of waterfalls forwards,
right? Which
is beautiful if you're training this up against, a fence. I'm pretty sure this was Angela's garden. Our lovely Angela,
it might have been. Who used to do the shows with us.
She used to do the shows. She's decided to retire and
run away to
France, somewhere in France. Lucky lady. But it's great. I get to be here now.
You get to play in the garden.
So this was in her garden, and you can see how she's trained it up the trellis here, and then it just waterfalls over the front. So that is absolutely beautiful. It's bred to be more compact, certainly in its early years. It's not going to completely take over and grow up the side of the house and become, too much for you. So if you want something a bit more compact, this is the one to go for. In later years, when it does start to get a bit bigger, not a problem. Wisteria does actually respond quite well to pruning, so you don't need to worry too much about this at all. Now,
I'm terrible for pruning. I just go across it and it still thrives.
To be honest, you still can. I mean, because I do love them. I've read up on it, and you're supposed to 2 times in the year.
Oh, Hayley's really good. Don't go past
here, and then don't go past.
I'm terrible, I'm afraid.
Just trim it.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry too much about it. I mean, mine are doing all right, so we'll see. Now, I planted mine out earlier on this year. That picture that we showed you in the
tower pot.
That one was brand new this year. I've got one that's a few years old in a different pot, and it was half the size of this. It was about to the top because it comes with a trellis attached.
Okay.
When I planted it, it came to the top of the trellis, so about to there.
Right.
Can we see that picture again?
And that's the one that you've got in the tower pot now.
That's what it looks like now in the tower pot.
When did you get that?
About May.
This year?
This year.
Amazing.
That's how, wisteria will grow quickly.
It
thrives for sure. But this is why you should go for that tower pot as well, because then it keeps it nicely and contained in there. I've trimmed a few of the leggy shoots off it already because you're getting loads of those at the moment. And this is going to look absolutely beautiful. April, May, June time, we're going to get those gorgeous flowers on there. It is winter hardy, so you've got that guarantee from us here at YouGarden. If it fails to thrive, they will replace it for you free of charge. You just have to cover the postage. The scent that you get from wisteria is absolutely amazing. It's easy to grow. The wildlife love it. Bees they love those flowers. And of course, they're an early source of nectar for those bees. So this is a wonderful thing to have in your garden. It's perfectly suited to growing in our UK gardens. It's an established plant ready for you to plant out now. And this is why you should be planting these kinds of things now. You might be thinking, but this isn't going to be in flower till next year. Why do I want to get this now? Because you want to get a nice strong plant by next year. If you wait until next year, it's not going to build those nice strong root structures.
It's not established.
It's not established. You're stealing a march on next year by planting this out now, so it can get nice and strong root structure before the cold winter horrible months come. And then next year it's ready to burst into life for you.
I love the idea of all that prep that you can do so that your garden's ready when you're going to spring.
We haven't finished gardening, guys.
No,
honestly, I used to think gardening was just a summer activity, and it really, really isn't. There's so many things that you can do in your garden through the autumn, through the winter months.
And this is what this show's about, prepping everything. So the Amethyst Falls Wisteria, 550238 is your item number if you want to go for that, just $19.99. And don't forget, if you're in the club, you'll get 10% off. Make sure you use the code YGTV10, you'll get those free bulbs, and you'll also get every other offer that we've going on activated into your basket. So much to see on the show, isn't there? And we're running out of time. We've only got about 15 minutes left on this morning.
Word.
You can join us this afternoon. We will be live from 2 p.m. We'd love for you to join us. All the same places to watch, YouGarden.com, YouTube Live, Facebook Live
and
as
we've got new plants this afternoon, so it's not the same plants, not the same deals. A few of the same, a few of the favourites. If there's some that have done really well, we'll bring those forward. Yeah. But we have actually got lots of new for you to see as well. So if you can, do tune back in at 2 o'clock, or watch at your leisure. You can click on it on the website.
It'd be a good afternoon to be inside watching, I think.
I think so. It's too hot outside.
So next up, bay tree bushes.
Bay tree bush, yeah. I love these.
Look at the size of this for $19.99. Now your postage is included on this one.
Postage included. Really good established plant. I love this because it's going to give you this colour all year round. I love an evergreen. I think evergreens are fantastic for us to have in our garden.
It's because they're so low maintenance.
Oh, yeah, Haley was saying you've got loads of bays.
We've got a hedge of bays. We've got them in pots on the patio. We've got them by the door.
I think they're brilliant. I love useful plants, and by that, a plant is useful if it's beautiful. But I do also mean things that you can use and edible. And bay, I use a lot of bay in cooking.
Yeah.
It's fantastic in your stews and your casseroles, your curries, your spaghetti bolognese. All of those things. Whack a few bay leaves in there. The flavour that you get from it is really, really beautiful and intense. I used to buy all the dried bay leaves, but using fresh bay leaves. I love going into my garden. So I've got bay, thyme, rosemary. I've got all of those out there. I love going out there when I'm cooking and I cut something fresh and whack it into the pot. It's lovely. And a bay leaf, I'm going to break one off. I did it yesterday. I'm going to do it again. A bay leaf, when it's fresh, has a stronger flavour than when they're dried.
Of course.
Which means you need to use less of them in your cooking as well. Just that's what I do. Just crack the leaf slightly.
Let the oils out.
Oh, give that a smell. It is beautiful, honestly.
Oh, it is.
So you can use them fresh, and this doesn't require much looking after. I've got mine in a pot just around the corner from the kitchen door. I go out and I trim a bit off whenever I need it. It just needs a little bit of pruning in order to maintain the shape. You can then take the bits that you've pruned and you can dry those, so you can have a ready supply of dried bay leaves as well as fresh bay leaves if you want to. It's winter hardy down to about -5, so another one that you might want to give a bit of extra winter protection to. Remember that stroke, just give it a bit of a mulch and it will help to look after it. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Royal Horticultural Society have also said perfect for pollinators as well. Because what you get from this is these kind of lime green flowers sort of early on in the season as well. So this is something that pollinators are going to enjoy as well. Dense evergreen foliage, year-round interest, but something that's really useful as well because you can use it in your cooking.
The size for the price is brilliant.
I know.
And it's not a bay tree, obviously. A bay tree, it's all at the top.
Yes.
This goes all the way
up. It's a bush.
Yeah.
So you can get those bay tree kind of standards.
Yeah, we've got standards with it, just
with like a lollipop shape at the top. You can get those. But this is actually designed to be a bush. So I can see here, It mostly, I know, well, there's one sort of central root and a few bits coming off, but you've
They're
got
great
these ones
to
that are
make
coming out
hedges.
here.
We bought 6 of them to make a little hedge at the end of our
You
garden.
can do, and the more you trim it, actually, the more you encourage the bush shape to happen.
So width-wise,
we're talking, I mean, this can reach up
can
to,
spread,
it can
can't it?
really
Yeah.
spread.
Ours have all joined. We planted them with gaps in between each one.
If you
Probably the
leave it-
size gap of the tree itself.
If you leave it to grow, seriously, metres.
Yeah.
Meters.
Yeah.
But you can prune it and trim it,
yeah.
and you can do whatever you like to it. So you don't need to worry. You don't if I haven't got the space. If you only got a small garden, if you only want it in a
trim it
pot,
back.
you can
Oh,
absolutely
keep it
trim
in a
this
pot.
back as much as you
Brilliant.
like. Yeah.
They're brilliant value for $19.99. 680266 is your item number if you want to go for the bay tree. There's loads we've got to fit in.
I know,
And we're
sorry.
running out of time. Where are we going?
With plant of the week.
plant of the week, the Queen Victoria that we've got for you. This is beautiful. Gorgeous foliage, the most deep, dark red burgundy foliage, but then you're going to get stunning flowers as well.
Stunning, stunning flowers. Yeah, burgundy foliage, year-round interest. That's going to look burgundy and beautiful all year round. Then rising up out of that burgundy foliage to about 90 centimetres in height, we have bright red. Bright red,
Bright
scarlet
crimson,
red.
yeah. And strong stems, I was
Strong
surprised.
stems, 2-lipped flowers on there, which I think are just the most beautiful shape. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Magnet for pollinators. Bees and butterflies absolutely adore it. Winter hardy down to about -5.
Okay.
Winter hardy means it comes with that guarantee from Garden Bargains,
Great.
from here at YouGarden. We will replace that for you free of charge. If it fails to thrive in your garden, all you have to do is pay the postage. Amazing deal
Brilliant.
today on the garden ready plants, because you can get 10 of these
Yep.
and they come to you like this. Garden ready meaning looked after, strong, decent root structures ready for you to plant straight out into your garden, or you can do the double up deal and get 20.
That's a great way to shop with us, especially on something like the plant of the week, because your postage is included. $14.99 gets you 10 of those that Bex has shown you, but for the extra £5, $19.98 I should say, gets you 20. It doubles up your deal. I loved what you said before. Keep 10 for yourself and then plant them up in pots.
I love it. So even
give
if you
them
don't
as
plan
gifts.
to use 20 of them, I'm really enjoying giving live gifts. I grow aloe vera and it keeps having babies, so I keep potting up the little babies, and then people get aloe vera gifts.
Yeah.
And it's great because they last such a long time. They will always bring joy.
But
though,
every
won't they, for
time
a long
someone
time.
sees it, they think of you. I
Yeah.
love that. I think it's a really nice
nice,
gift.
isn't
Echinacea next, purple echinacea. You've loved these. The main reason being, I think, you buy one, you get 2 free for $9.99. 560768. Tell us about these ones.
Okay, so these are fantastic. Real cottage garden. You know, if you want that cottage style garden, these are one that you should absolutely be planting out in your borders, in your pots, wherever it is you want to put them. They are winter hardy. You have that guarantee from us here at YouGarden that if they fail to thrive, they will get replaced free of charge. You just have to cover that postage cost. You've got a real bold mix of colour. This is known as the cone flower, and you can absolutely see why, because it's got that central cone that's a real magnet for those pollinators to land on. Big flowers, long lasting. They last a long time on the actual plant itself. You can use it as a cut flower, and it's a long lasting plant as well. Hardy perennial. You're going to get so many years out of this. And remember, this is the time to plant those perennials. Flowering for you July, August, September time. So yeah, the flowering season's over for this year, but plant it now. Now's the time to do your perennial planting, because it gets that strong root structure now. And then next year, you're stealing a march. You'll get bigger, better flowers, rather than if you wait till next year
You're
to
ahead
plant.
of everyone
You're
else.
ahead of it.
Make sure you use the code YGTV10. Put 1 in your basket. We'll put 2 extra in your basket, free of charge, for less than £10. Crazy value. 560768. Alliums are the same sort of deal. The lavender bubbles that we've got for you. You buy 1, you get 2 free. All you need to do is put them in your basket and use the code YGTV10. And with every order, remember, you're going to get 60 bulbs. These, again, brilliant value. £12.99 before the club discount.
Amazing value for money, absolutely incredible. Love the buy one, get one, two frees that we've got going on here. Now with alliums, if you love alliums, I'm an allium fanatic, I'm obsessed with them, but normally they're done by sort of May, they sort of creep into June time.
Yeah, they're quite early, aren't they?
They're early flowering and they're relatively short flowering. With the allium lavender bubbles, what we're going to do, and this is the world's first, we're going to extend that allium flowering season for you. So if you love your alliums, you can plant your bulbs and you can have those spring ones sort of April, May into June time, but then you'll get your lavender bubbles that wait to throw up those stems.
My turn.
Now it's my turn. These are later flowering, so you're going to get flowers from these in July, August, September time. So if you want alliums all the way through from spring, all the way through to the end of summer, you need to add these into your basket. You need to add these into your collection. They are prized for these architectural blooms that stand proud on these lovely strong stems. You have these gorgeous balls of flowers, and there's so many little flowers on that ball there. The bees love them. They spend ages just jumping from one flower to the next, to the next, to the next. These are nice and compact, staying at about 50 centimetres in height with a spread of about 40. So it's great to mix into your borders. I would go to sort of front to middle of border with placement on this. Likewise, put them into pots. Double up. I know me, don't mean, yeah, double up. Get 6 of these if you want to. Plant en masse. They'll be absolutely amazing. They're low maintenance plants. You really don't need to do much with these. Fantastic in your garden, pots, borders, etc. Wonderful as a cut flower, but also brilliant as a dried one as well. Because when the blooms fall off this, what you have is all of these spikes on here, and then you get this lovely bit at the end as well, which makes the most, it's so pretty as a dried flower. And if you've got a bunch of alliums and you mix all of those in together, the dried flower display you can get from this is just, it's another thing.
£12.99 gets you 3 of those. And that's before the club discount. Remember, you'll get 10% off. Use the code and make sure you get that code means that you will get 3. You only have to put 1 in your basket. We'll put the other 2 in free of charge, and you'll also get 60 bulbs absolutely free included with your order. Now we go from the alliums to the agapanthus. It's like one extreme to the other size-wise. The agapanthus value at £19.99. I wish you could appreciate how big this is. It's huge, isn't it?
It's I mean, it's so big. Look at the flower you get on here, first of all. The firework of the flower that you get. I think these are absolutely stunning. It's a real head turner, isn't it? It just says, look at me, look at me.
It's all about me.
It's all about me. I think it's so, so beautiful. I love how, I mean, the stems on it are incredibly strong, holding these up sort of, you know, loud and proud. Above this beautiful foliage here, you get multiple flower heads on each and every plant. It gets bigger and better over the years as well. Remember, this is a perennial, so it'll come back for you time and time again. It looks stunning in full colour, in full bloom. It also is really interesting once the blooms fade as well, and you get these kind of, these seed heads going on here.
That's
too.
Amazing.
It is incredible. So if you want to, you can then use those seed heads to plant new agapanthus. Remember though that agapanthus will take a few years before you'll get flowers from it. So if you're doing that, it will take a few years for those ones to bloom, but great, you've still got free plants, happy days. Or you can, and you can leave these on so that they, you know, look beautiful as the flower heads have gone over. It doesn't encourage new blooms to come through by cutting the flower heads off agapanthus. Okay. So there's no benefit to doing that. Leave it on and it will look beautiful. Top tip is hug the roots. It's a great plant for a pot because it likes to have the feeling of its roots being hugged, but if you want to plant it out into the ground, you can create that. Dig the hole, stone around the edge. Surround that hole.
And don't put it into bigger pots, which is what I did.
No. Don't think, oh, this is a big plant, it needs to go into a really big pot. It wants the roots to be hugged.
And that makes it thrive.
It does.
At $19.99, 680-130 for your agapanthus. There's so much for you to see. You can see it all on the website, all the W's, YouGarden.com. I'm going to give you a reminder of some of the items that you've absolutely loved throughout the show. First of all, the Pansy Can. This is 60 Pro Plugs. Now, we call them Pro Plugs because you're going to grow them on, but you're getting 60 of them. These are going to take you all through the the winter months. 7 months of winter flowering with the most amazing colours, the purples, the yellows, the reds. It works out 25 pence a plug. Just grow them on maybe in little yoghurt pots, in your little propagator kits. We've got those available on the website if you want to get a propagator kit. 401161 gets you 60 Pro plug plants for $14.99. We looked at the miniature tulips. These were new today. The tulips are beautiful colourways that we've got for you, but there's a double deal here. Now, your item number there is 630031. You get 50 bulbs for $9.99. However, you can have 100 bulbs for $14.98. So you've doubled up there your deal. 630031. Just put 2 in your basket and you'll automatically get 2 for $14.98. Lots more to squeeze in before the end of the show. Don't forget, we're back at 2 p.m. this afternoon. 2 p.m. through till 4. You can watch us live this afternoon with another new show. Lots of new items and some of your favourites. But we've got to talk about the compost. The compost, my word, is a favourite on any gardening show that I've ever done, because this is compost that's professional, that's premium. You get 2 50-litre bags for $24.98 with the postage included. Again, that's before your club discount. But this is compost that makes a difference.
It really is compost that makes a difference. This is the compost that is used here in the nursery. We're in the potting shed at the nursery on the grounds here, and this is what they use. They need to ensure success because they're a business. They go out of business if they don't get successful growth from their plants. And this is genuinely the compost that they use. The reason being, it gives results. It makes you into a professional gardener, doesn't it? It turns you green-fingered overnight. The ingredients in here are absolutely phenomenal. So we've got in here 3 different types of peat, black and white. Less than 50% of the volume of the compost is made up of that, because obviously, you know, there is an environmental issue with that. It has been reduced over the years. Okay. We've got composted wood fibre in here, which helps with the texture. It makes it this lovely, light, friable, airy texture, which gives the roots room to breathe, room to spread, room to grow, so that they can form a really strong base in there. It also allows for even water distribution throughout the dirt. Yep. It helps to retain the moisture in there as well.
I was amazed it doesn't, you know, when you water flowers and it floods straight through. This has got a wetting agent that holds on. It's got a slow release fertiliser as well.
Lime to balance the pH, so it really makes it an all-round compost, something that you can use, whether it's seeds, whether it's pro plugs, garden ready, bay trees, everything we've got here today you can plant into this compost. The only caveat is acid loving,
maybe your blueberries,
azaleas, blueberries, rhododendrons, things like that. But seeds through to trees you can plant in this. Your favourite configuration, 100 litres, 2 50-litre bags, means it's easier to move around your garden and delivered to you in a cardboard box. So if you're multi-ordering, makes it really easy to stack and store.
Postage included. 100-125 is your item number. And make sure you're in the club, you'll get your 10% off, and use YGTV10. You'll get those 60 summer solstice bulbs. We've got to start where we began with our plant of the week, the Lobelia Queen Victoria.
Yeah, Queen Victoria, burgundy, gorgeous, all year round interest foliage on this, because just look at how deep and rich that is. Rising from there about 90 centimetres in height, you get the beautiful scarlet, bright red, 2-lipped flowers on there. These are garden ready plants, ready for you to plant out in your garden. Now is the time to do it so that they can get strong root structures, they can get nicely established, so that next year, August, September, October time, you'll have those gorgeous flowers. But remember, it's burgundy foliage all year round.
410122 is your item number for our plant of the week. And our time is up for this morning.
No.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be out in the potting shed with you. Thank you so much for joining us. We are back at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so make sure you join us. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, or on the website, all the W's, YouGarden.com. And make sure you add those codes to get all the deals, whatever you do. We'll be back at 2. Have a lovely afternoon.